Hello class, welcome to this lesson of mathematics, and today I'm going to do for subtraction, a lesson about subtraction. You are most welcome to this lesson. My name is Teacher Peter Kiara. Let us go together. But before starting this lesson of subtraction, let me pass you through a previous lesson on which we were discussing about the addition of numbers less than 100. We add various numbers by carrying and without carrying. So we know about the addition of numbers. So if we have enough knowledge about addition, now we are now going to see about subtraction of numbers. Subtracting numbers less than 100. Subtracting numbers less than 100. What is subtracting? What is subtracting? We say that subtracting is the opposite of adding. The opposite of adding. It means adding, we say that we put things together. For instance, you can have 5 oranges and also you can have, let's say, 6 oranges. Now when you put it together, it means you add it. Now opposite of adding, you subtracting. To subtracting now, if it's the opposite, it means that to subtracting is to take away. Oh, so we know that to take away, it means that you have a total value. For instance, you have a let's say 10 items, so you have to take away, let's say 4 items. Is where now we say that we subtracting. We say that we subtracting a small numbers from a big numbers. Oh, so it is impossible for you to subtracting a big number from a small number. So we subtracting a small number from a big number. Example, we subtracting 7 from 9, because 7 is small and 9 is a big one. So is where now we can say that there we subtracting. Now if is that the case, which symbol or which sign shows us that we are going to subtract? We say that in addition, if we remember, I think that we remember on that, in addition we use a plus. We say that 7 plus something, for instance. Now here in subtracting numbers, we use a sign of minus, a dash. We use dash for take away. So we use dash to take away. So if we find anywhere any questions with that dash, it means you have to subtract, and it is read as minus. We read that sign as minus. So we know about that. Okay, now when we do subtraction, we can do through or by 2 ways. We use 2 ways to subtracting. We say that we have a first way with that subtraction without borrowing, and B is subtraction with borrowing. So there, when we are discussing about the addition of numbers, also we use 2 ways, but the first way was addition without carrying and addition with carrying. Now this is the opposite. There in addition we carry, here in subtraction we borrow. So that's why we say that we can do a subtraction without borrowing, and we can do a subtraction with borrowing. When we do without borrowing, it means that the subtraction is possible. It means you have a big number and you subtract a small number. But if we do a subtraction with borrowing, it means that we have a small number and we have to subtract a big number. So subtraction there is impossible. That's why we borrow a value in order to add the value of that number and the subtraction to be possible. Okay, I think we are together. Now let's start with the subtraction without borrowing. Without borrowing. Subtraction without borrowing means subtraction is possible. As I said earlier, it means that you have a big number and you subtract a small number. So there, subtraction is possible. For instance, you have 9, you subtract 5, it means there is possible. If you have 9 things, you can take away 5 things and you will remain with a certain value. I think we are together. So you need not to get 1 from the following number. It means you are not going to borrow now. That's why we say without borrowing. Without borrowing, it means we do not need any value to add there for you to get a possible of adding. So when we subtract, we mainly use 2 forms. Okay, so we have 2 forms of subtraction. We have 2 forms. The first one, it says that is horizontal subtraction and vertical subtraction. Okay, it's like what we did there in addition of numbers. We add horizontally and also we add vertically. So even here in subtraction, we subtract number horizontally and also we subtract number vertically. Horizontally, we say that a horizontal subtraction, when we subtract horizontally without borrowing, first of all, we must know that when we subtract, we start with which number. For instance, you have 2 numbers, you subtract by 2 numbers. It means we start with the number of ones. We start with the number of ones. So when you write the number, any number, from your first number, from your right hand side, we call it a number of ones. And when you come to the left side, it means we come to the number of tens, number of hundreds, thousand, and so forth. So we start to subtract number of ones, then we follow the number of tens. And because of our level of primary 1, here we deal with numbers which is less than 100. It means you deal with numbers of ones and number of tens. So we start with number of ones, we proceed with the number of tens. Now we say, but in order to subtract a small number from a big number, we do what? First of all, in order for you to be possible to get a correct answer, we draw a cycle or which equals to a big number. We call it a balls. You draw a cycle. So if you have, let's say, 9 minus 5, it means you have to draw a 9 cycle equal to that big number. 9 cycles. Then we count and cross cycles equal to the small numbers, because here it says that we take away. It means you have to cross a number of that small. It means you have 9 balls, for instance, you draw there. It means there you cut 5 balls because you subtract by 5. It means you remain with 4 balls. Is where now we get the correct answer. We get our answer by counting cycles that have not been crossed. Okay, so we draw 9 balls and we cross 5 balls. The remaining one, which you are not crossing it, we call it the answer now. It means you count it and you will get the correct answer. Now let's look at some of examples here which shows how to subtract number horizontally without borrowing. Our first example says that is 53 minus 21. 53 minus 21. So first of all, we say that we have to determine which one is the number of ones and which one is the number of tens between these 2 numbers. So here in 53, 3 is the number of ones, and in 21, 1 is the number of ones. So we have to take 3 minus 1, because we take number of 1, we take away with number of ones, then we become number of tens, we take away with number of tens. So you start with the number of ones, which are 3 and 1. 3 and 1. So you will draw 3 balls, then you will cross 1 ball. And here we will follow, we will move to the number of tens, which are 5 and 2 here. 5 and 2. So you will draw a cycle of 5 balls. It means here is the big number, then you will cross 2 balls. Now, if you will do that one, it means 3 minus 1 will be equals to 2, and then 5 minus 2 equals to 3. Therefore, 53 minus 21 equals to 32, because 2 is the answer that you obtain from the number of ones, so you write it as number of ones as usual. Then 5 minus 2, it means this 5 and 2 are numbers of tens, so the answer that you obtain is the number of tens, or a result of tens, so you write it as a number of tens. So your answer now will read as the 32. Now, the same as to this example number 2, we take 63 minus 22. It means we start with number of ones, which is 3 and 2. So we take 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. Then 6 minus 2 equals to 4. So therefore 63 minus 22 equals to 41, because 1 here you obtain is a result of subtracting number of ones, and 4 is a resulting of you subtracting the number of tens. So the answer will read as 41. And the example 3 here is 78 minus 20. 78 minus 20. So first of all, we have to determine which one is the number of ones and which one is the number of tens. So number of ones here is 8 and 0. That's why we take 8 minus 0, which equals to 8. So if we draw 8 cycles, you will cross nothing, because this one is 0, 0. It means you will not cross any ball there. It means you will remain with that 8 balls. And here, number of tens is 7 and 2. It means you will take 7 minus 2. 7 minus 2, if you will draw 7 balls, when you cross 2 balls, you will remain with the 5. So the answer here will be 78 minus 20 equals to 58, because 8 is the result of subtracting number of 1, and 5 is the resulting of subtracting number of tens. Okay, so good. I think now you understand about horizontal subtraction without borrowing. Now let's move to vertical subtraction without borrowing. Vertical, it means horizontal, we write our number in a straight line. It means we write it from the left hand side to right hand side. Now vertical, it means you is downward. It means you write number up to down. It means you are not write as a horizontal. So we say that when we subtract vertically, we do like what we did in horizontal subtraction. So we start with the number of ones, then we move to number of tens. Vertically means number are written in downward form, as what I said before. So this is different form, but the ways to subtracting is similar. It means here, for instance, example 1, we have this one, 13 minus 2. It means here you have to determine which one is the number of ones and which one is the number of tens. It means here in 13, 3 is the number of ones and the 1 is number of tens, and 2 is only one digit. It means that this is number of ones, so we do not have a number of tens here. So we started with the number of ones, which are 3 and 2, and then we move to number of tens, which are 1. It means here we take 3 minus 2. So when you draw 3 balls and then you cross 2 balls, it means there we remain with only 1 ball. It means the answer will be 1. Then 1 minus, because you do not have number of tens here in the second number, it means minus nothing, it means you remain with that 1. So the answer will read as 11. So 13 minus 2 equals to 11. Then example 2 here is 57 minus 16. It means here we determine the number of ones which are 7 and 6 and the number of tens which are 5 and 1. So 7 minus 6 remaining with the 1, then 5 minus 4 remaining with the 4. So 57 minus 16 remaining with the 41. For example 3 there, 99 minus 33. It means here number of ones are 9 and 3, and here number of tens are 9 and 3 again. So 9 minus 3, it means that here you draw 9 balls, then we will cross 3 balls there, you will remaining with 6, and the number of tens here you draw 9 balls, then you remaining, or you will cross 3 balls there, you remaining with the 6 balls. So 99 minus 33 remaining with the 66. So this is the way that we can do a questions of subtraction. It means first of all we have to determine the number of ones and number of tens, and we must know that number of tens subtract number of tens and the number of ones subtracting with number of ones. So but we start with number of ones, then we follow with number of tens. Okay, good. Now after knowing that, now we have simple exercise here to do about what we discussing earlier there. So to subtract numbers vertically and horizontally, our first questions here is 35 minus 21. So you take 35 minus 21, then 17 minus 11, our second question, then 58 minus 27, number 4 is 76 minus 54, number 5 is 66 minus 22, then number 6 is 95 minus 63, number 7 is 55 minus 32, number 8 is 49 minus 22, number 9 is 44 minus 20, number 10 is 27 minus 13. So this 10 question, this first question is for horizontal subtraction. Number 11 is 69 minus 23. Number 12 is 78 minus 34. Number 13 is 83 minus 22. Number 14 is 87 minus 37. Number 15 is 62 minus 21. Number 16 is 48 minus 16. Number 17 is 56 minus 42. Number 18 is 96 minus 45. Number 19 is 57 minus 34. And the last one, number 20, is 98 minus 74. So we have 20 questions. First 10 questions for horizontal subtraction, and the last 10 questions is for vertical subtraction. So you will do this work and make sure that you submit it here at school and do it well. So I wish you all the best. Have a nice study and enjoy your lesson. Have a good day. Okay, goodbye and see you on the coming lesson. I miss you so much. Have a nice study.